All right, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Lord's will this lesson will be edifying, as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rachakwadash. And Tawadi Bashem, Yahushai, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, faith as a grain of mustard seed versus rice device. And, pretty much I just want to go into the words of Yahweh Shai, that he told his men, which are now being told unto us in our walk, all right, seeking Yahweh Bashem Shai while he may be found, and understanding that, there's a important prophecy that's going to take place before our deliverance, all right? And we're going to have faith when that happens. Now, it makes me immediately think how we had to take heed to, his men had to take heed to what Yahweh Shai said, pretty much pertaining to 170 AD. So now we're taking heed to the words before this, this new 70 AD, this Jacob's trouble, when the mark comes, all right? And, I just want to go into that. So it's going to be a quick lesson. All right. And the faith that you have now, you're going to have to apply in Jacob's trouble. OK, I just wanted to say that real quick. So let's get this real quick. This came to mind. Let's one thing that comforts me is knowing that Yahweh Shai prays for us, too. OK, so this is John 17. And let's see, what do we want to start with? All right, this is John 17. And I'm going to get to the point. So, let's just go right into this. This is John 17 and 15. It says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. So evil is also what? Bad times. So bad times are coming for this place. All right. This is why it says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. But we understand that this bad time, it needs to happen. All right. Remember, good times, what does it make? Weak men make hard times make hard men. So, we're in this position right now. And what's pressed upon me, pressed upon my spirit is the faith that you have right now. You're going to have to apply that faith when the power's out. You're going to have to apply that faith, when the control, the famines, the prophecies, Jacob's trouble, and we have that faith as a grain of a mustard seed right now, and it is growing, and I want to go into it, but I'm just getting what's given to me right now. And verse 17, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So we're being sanctified right now. Okay. And jump down to 20. It says, neither pray I for these alone. So not just his men, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word. So the brothers and the sisters, you have to understand, Yahweh Shai is praying for us. Okay. He said, I pray that your faith fail not. So just as we're praying, you have to understand that Yahweh Shai prayed as well. This is why he told us to pray in his name. Okay. So this is why these things are very important, and especially now more than ever. All right. So what I want to do is I want to jump into this real quick. And I do want to kind of do a compare and contrast with the wise words that Yahweh Shai said to us, and comparing it with the rice device, okay, which we know that is to be what? The MOTB, okay? So it says, let's just start up. This is Matthew 17 and 14. It says, and when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him, saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire and off into the water. So he had demons on him. All right. Now, remember, Yahweh Shai gave us the ability to cast out unclean spirits, Matthew 10. All right. And the first unclean spirits that are cast out are from us. All right. You find yourself rebuking unwanted thoughts, because that's exactly what they are. They're just unwanted thoughts. Okay. So you just got to rebuke that. All right. Now, this is Matthew's 10 and 1. And it says, and when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. So right here is an account showing us that power has been given unto us, and that power comes through the gift of faith. All right. It comes through the gift of faith. All right. One of the most notable quotes of the Matrix is he said, Neo is beginning to believe. The word Neo means new. So you have to have a new mindset when it comes to what other people would take as unbelief. We have to believe. Okay. You have to believe that you're of the Lord's elect. You have to believe that this gospel is true. You have to believe that that's the name. You have to believe that the name you are calling on, your prayers will be answered. All right. And that's that faith. Now it says right here, it says, and I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. So Yahushua is saying that there is a faithless generation. So we don't want to be a faithless generation, but we have to be built up. We had to have these things given to us. You know, Yahushua built his men up. Okay. They went from disciples to be sent out as apostles. All right. It says, and Yahushua rebuked the devil, right? The demons off of him, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. And this is what we take these measures through having the name, you know, Babu Kasha, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, you know, Shalak Isaiah, which, you know, send help unto me, you know, Shalak Isaiah, send help. So we're praying to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, but even the mere fact that your mind says, I need to pray, that's faith. Okay. So these things that we're doing now when it comes to, you know, rebuking demons, unwanted thoughts, pains, you know, the fact that you pray to the Lord for something as a toothache, that's faith. Okay. You know, my tooth was hurting the other day, and the flesh was like, well, there's this you could take, that you could take. And then the spirit says, or you can just pray, you know? So of course we do necessary things, but at the end of the day, what's going to matter most is the prayer and the faith in that prayer. All right. And that's the times we're entering. Okay. And it says, then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. So that's heavy. So Yahushua told his own men that they didn't, that they had unbelief. But this is, you know, what we're reading is, you know, our you know, the disciples, these great men. All right, you're reading accounts of them being introduced to Yahushua, you know, because these are great men and they were given great abilities. And Yahushua had, you know, they've been chosen. Okay, so it's heavy to read, basically like reading about your elders, you know, because these men are our elders, you know, whether they're here now or in the spirit realm already. So it's heavy to read about these great men that have been chosen. And then to hear Yahushua say that they had unbelief. But, you know, remember, the Lord didn't deal with Abraham until he was 99, you know. So when you read through the scriptures, the great men that, you know, have been set up and selected, you know, we're really reading their journey. Okay. We're reading their journey, and it's very humbling, and it keeps us humble, you know, instead of in this proud, Mr., you know, I got it all, I'm king and this and that. No, the Lord doesn't work like that. You know, one thing I notice is the Lord works through imperfections to bring perfection. All right. Now check this out. It says, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed. Okay. So right here, Yahushua is telling them just the mere fact. Okay. Like from me looking at it, the mere fact of you saying, I got to pray. That's what that grain of mustard seed is, that little thought, something that could seem insignificant is actually very big and major, okay? Because the first thing someone else is going to do is say, you know, they're going to trust in carnality, all right? But us, we're going to apply that little bit of faith that we got, and through that action of speaking it, that's what we're doing here. And we're going to have to do this against that small rice device. So here it is. You have faith as small as a mustard seed versus a great hour of temptation of something that is small as a grain of rice. Okay. So it's kind of heavy how it goes hand in hand, because the mustard seed is actually smaller than a grain of rice. Look how small that is, you know, look how small that is. But to me, when I look at that, when Yahweh Shai is saying that, because it's a very small seed, but it grows into something very great. So this seed represents that small thought, that mindset of, I need to pray. Yahweh Shema Shai. So this is that small action that leads to a greater reward. Okay, because this is coming. All right, this is coming, man. And all you got to do is put grain of rice. Look, I'll do it real quick. I'll do it really fast. Lord's will that they don't take this down. But look, all I do is put this in. Okay, now look. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Okay. Roughly the size of a grain of rice. See? So that faith as a grain of a mustard seed versus that mark the size of a grain of rice. All right. And that mustard seed spirit is what we have right now. Okay. Just pressing live, just sending up prayers, putting the best foot forward. These actions that you're doing now just to stay in the fight are the same attributes that you're going to want to have in Jacob's trouble, but you're going to see them grow into a great reward. Okay. That small action. All right. Show me thy faith by thy work. All right. You putting your work in by calling on that name is showing your faith, even if it seems insignificant, even if it seems small. But just because it seems small doesn't mean it's going to stay small. Okay. So I just found that real heavy because look, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, which is a very small seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place. So a mountain also represents what? Government. Okay. So we're getting ready to be faced with a great mountain. Remember, it says, he shall come in like a flood. So these things, these mindsets and these actions that we're doing now through faith are the same mindset and actions we're going to have in Jacob's trouble. Isaiah 59:19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. Right? Why? Because having that faith as a grain of a mustard seed is going to grow into something large and beautiful. All right. And his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai shall lift up a standard against him. And that's what that faith as a grain of a mustard seed is going to do. Okay. You believing, you trusting. All right. Just like if you plant this little seed, you have faith that it grows into something beautiful. Okay. You plant that work. It's small. It doesn't seem like much. That's like us going to camp. Oh, it don't seem like much. Just a couple black guys out there. Oh yeah, they're out there about every Saturday. They ain't doing nothing. So they looking at our labor as in its vain. They see something little. It's just like a carnal mindset. They see this little person, and they don't expect nothing big to come from it. All right. That's what this is right now. This little faith that we have, people aren't expecting something great and beautiful to come from it, but we already have the crown. We just got to hold on to it. Okay. So we have that small faith right now, but that faith is growing. Okay. So when Jacob's trouble hits, the midst of you saying, I need to pray, I need to call on Yahweh Bashem Shai, that's that faith as a grain of a mustard seed, and it will defeat that grain of rice. All right. The rice device, which I always get Rev 3 and 10. So we got to get it again because it's very important. This is a pivotal moment for this prophecy. All right. Revelations 3 and 10, GMS red letter, right? It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is where our faith is going to kick in. See? And remember, Yahweh Shai has us. Okay. So these are the things that we have to remind ourselves in, even if it's a little thought. All right. But a little righteousness is better than a little wickedness. Don't it say that? Let's put little righteousness. I'm about to wrap it up. I just, it's a thought that came to my mind. All right. Let's see. This is Proverbs 16:8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. So better is a little righteousness, just like that little mustard seed. And the mustard seed grows into what? A very large, beautiful, I believe it also goes into a tree. Let's actually just look this up. All right. And we can even go into the commentary. Let's put mustard seed grows into, see, mustard seed grows into Mustard plants do not grow into what normally we think as of a tree with woody trunks, bark, and big branches, though when conditions are right, they can become quite large. So the right conditions, okay, can grow into beautiful things. Look at that. Growing like a mustard tree, okay? And remember, it says that we will be as a covering, all right? See that? Oh, don't it say you should be as a tree planted by water? Let's grab that. Psalms 1. See, just that little bit. And see, understanding that little bit, that takes away Satan from you. You know, that takes away that demon of doubt. Just having that little action. It's just like you just starting the key to a car. It's just like you turning on the water. It's just like you giving that last little crank, you know, you do construct, you know, you just need that last little turn, you know, it's like just turning the key. All right. Psalms 1:1, blessed is that man. It's like action. Okay. It's like Yahweh Shai is just telling us, look, just you believing if you take this shot, you're going to make it. You know, if you believe that just all I got to do is step out, I'll be able to walk on this water. That's that faith. No, I just got to endure this hour of temptation and I'm good. So it's like having that positive mindset of looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. Remember, Yahweh Shai is the finisher of our faith. So faith is extremely important. When Noah started building that ark, that's all it took. I'm going to do it. You know, it says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and in his law does he meditate day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. See, that's that faith. Okay. Now, lessons like these may not be so popular, but guess what? Faith will be extremely popular in Jacob's trouble. Okay. These type of exhortation lessons are what we need as we're getting ready for the battle. Okay, it says, get thee ready for the battle and be ye even as pilgrims. So there is something that's coming, prophecies coming that we are getting built up and prepared for in our mind and what we need to do when it happens. And what are we going to do? We're going to apply faith, and it's going to look insignificant. It's going to look little. It's going to look like nothing. But so did that mustard seed, didn't it? So does the mustard seed. Okay, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. See, just that little bit of faith grows into something nice. Okay, nice. All right. But in the times that come in, it's not going to look like it's anything. All right. You don't have no guns. You don't have no shelter. You don't have no car. People they're going to be looking, where's the food supply? Remember when Elijah, there was the famine, and Elijah, I believe the oil never ran out. That account just came to mind. Let's put Elijah never ran out of oil. And I believe he came across a woman and her son, and she was ready to go. She was like, we're going to eat our last meal and then we're just going to die. 1 Kings 17:13 in the MSG. Wonder why I came that up. It's fine. It says, go ahead and make a meal from what's left for you and your son. This is the word of Yahweh of Israel, the power of Israel. The jar of flour will not run out, and the bottle of oil will not become empty before Yahweh sends rain on the land and ends this drought. So right here is beautiful. Okay. So this is that faith. This is that little faith that you have and you apply. You know, so this cup is going to always have water in it, even though I keep drinking it, you know, and the oil, which is this truth. The 5 wise virgins took oil in their lamp. So that's extremely spiritual. Oil is the holy oil you get anointed with, right? So that's extremely spiritual. But these are the actions that you take starting with your mind, okay? That belief is that mustard seed, and then it grows into something, all right? Confidence, all right? Faith, Ephesians 2:8. I'm about to wrap it up. Ephesians 2:8. So this is what's going to be extremely important. Everyone is like, man, I don't think I got enough water. Well, first of all, do you think you got enough faith? See, that's where we're at in this thing. And why? Because it was given. Ephesians 2:8. How are we going to be saved? For by grace are ye saved through faith. See, predestination. All right. Believing that Adawan Ratazah, Lord's will, we are the predestinated. So, like it says in Colossians, we're putting on as the elect, all right, with that little bit of faith, and then we're applying that with hope. Okay. Hope plus faith equals glorification. All right. We're serving the Lord the same way you would do a math equation. Remember, the Lord said, if you do good, sin won't be at your door. All right. Look, all you got to do is give this and that. You got to have the right ingredients. Okay. So Yahweh Shai's, oh man, I don't got enough. Look, all you need is just give me, you got enough as a mustard seed. You know, imagine that, you know, like, yeah, I got that. See, there you go. It says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahweh, not of works, lest any man should boast. See, so we've been given faith. So ultimately, we're praying that the faith isn't taken from us. The Holy Spirit isn't taken. And then the Lord not taking it, we keep applying it. We keep using it, because that's how you please the Lord. We can't be doubtful in Jacob's trouble. We have to be hopeful, okay? Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? Like a small ass mustard seed, okay? Like a small, tiny mustard seed, all right? You can't, like, what? I can't even see that. Let me look at it again. You know, that's that faith. I just want to put it in again, mustard seed. Just give a little visualization, right? Okay, see, like, look at that. Okay, you're like, what is that? I can't even see it, because it's the evidence of things not seen. All right. That faith is in your mind. All right. It's in your mind. Let's go down. Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. So I'm about to end it on this. I mean, there's so much we could go into, but I do believe the point is made. I just want to check it in NIT or NIV. It says, and without faith, it is impossible to please Yahweh, because anyone who comes to him must believe, right? Must believe that he exists, and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. See, you praying is seeking him. You know, you searching for him. You taking that little step. Like I said, it may not seem like you're doing a lot, but it's a lot. It may not seem like it is, just like the mustard seed, but it is. All right. Let me make sure I finish this. Matthew 17:20, Yahweh Shai said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, right. And there could be times where you may show some character unbelief, and then you get contrite, you get a little upset, and you say, man, I'm going to make sure I apply Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. I can't go through that again without faith. I can't go through that without faith again. See, we can't go through Jacob's trouble without applying faith. You're going to be asked out, man. All right. It says, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. See? Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So we also apply prayer, fasting. Those are steps we take because we know these are the necessary steps showing our faith, and the results are going to come after it. Okay. So prayer is a very powerful thing that has to be applied now more than ever. All right. Because everyone has been so preconditioned to carnally receive something. If I physically don't have it, then I'm done. But no. We need it spiritually. Okay, we need these things spiritually. So prayer is extremely important now as we're growing closer to the end. You know, prayer, faith, and it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Just as small as a mustard seed. Don't I'm just so insignificant. Remember, it says, "Fear not, my worm Jacob." You know, a worm is small, a worm is insignificant, but the Lord said, "I got you." So all you got to do is just have that little bit, that little action, that little thought. Okay, and it leads to something great. It's going to lead to something eternal. All right. Having faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai is amazing. All right. Especially when we're in the midst of a faithless, perverse generation. All right. So apply the faith you have now in Jacob's trouble. What you have now, apply it, keep applying it, and then pray for that to be increased. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it there. I just want to do a real quick exhortation, especially applying faith for when the deal goes down. You're going to have faith when there's no water, no food. And you have to we're going to be able to eat. We're going to be able to drink. We're going to have shelter because we have faith. So, hey, call halal Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.